So I'm feeling a little emotional, missing the kids, and I just had the most amazing lamb kofta wrap at a Lebanese place, so feeling extra emotional. But I'm just thinking about relationships, and so the context is I had to leave my wife and get a divorce after 15 years. And you know, there's so many things that I look back to where I was being punished and controlled for things that had absolutely nothing to do with me. But my reaction was to stay in the marriage and think that if I changed, it would make her happier. And the truth is, nobody can make anybody else happy. You've got to have that inside of you. She couldn't make me happy, and it frustrated her. And obviously that was taken out on me. But that's just what it was. And then I think there's this incredible dynamic in relationships where if one person has power over another, the only place that ends up is abuse. And once you're in an abusive relationship, the only thing I can think of that solves that is the relationship ends. How else do you reconcile somebody being used to having so much power over you and turning that power into something unhealthy, something that is so controlling that, you know, it messes with your inner voice? And I just think about what I do next. My intention is to never date again, to never get in another relationship again. And I'm constantly reminded about why. Like, people behave like real entitled assholes within relationships. They can be wonderful people outside of those relationships, like intelligent, amazing, yet in the relationship, the dynamics of a relationship, like, why the fuck don't we teach this stuff in school about how to behave when our emotions are heightened? And that's what it is, right? Our bodies are coursing full of hormones, and so our minds are not operating ourselves, our hormones are. And we need to learn how to control that or behave in a respectable manner. And, you know, it comes back to simple things like communication and understanding and having common values that you can communicate and agree on. You know, if, let's say, one person has power over another financially, you know, one person earns more or all of the money in the household, that's a horrible dynamic to live under. And I guess that's what so many women have had to endure, is being under the power of somebody else. And, you know, the consequences of that are not good. Obviously, there's scenarios where a man earns and a woman doesn't, but the woman has significant power over the man. But often it's the other way around. And what are the consequences of that? You know, the person controlling you has the ability to say when, what, and how, without a conversation, without agreement. I just don't want that. Where do you turn to figure out what is healthy and how to establish healthy boundaries? Like, setting a boundary seems odd in the first place, right? It should all come naturally, but it doesn't. I guess it just comes through hard work and communication and constant repetition, right? Our minds and our bodies don't improve without that repetition, without that deep practice. The same goes with our relationships. How does our relationship stay good, stay in a performing way without the constant hard work on communication and agreement? So yeah, that lamp off, that was excellent.